Hello, and then my presentation today is going to be on the social readjustment rating scales limitation. So, the purpose of Holmes and Raines' study was to assess life event stress through the social readjustment scale. The study measured certain intensity life changes that could be caused by different events. This study included 394 participants, which were male and female, from the ages of 30 through 60, with a variety of different backgrounds, including ethnicity and economic status and religion as well. The findings revealed that certain events like death or divorce was ranked the highest in readjustment. Lowest rankings were documented as a minor crime. The study indicates that cumulative stress from high readjustment life events is associated with illness onset. Some of the study limitations I found while reading the article is that it is an older research study which was conducted in 1967. There needs to be a more relevant study conducted again to determine if the results were accurate. With that leads me to my next limitation, which includes the participants. There was a diverse background in the participants. For example, there was an uneven number between males and females, the males including 194 participants and the females 200. And with that comes different age groups, marital status, ethnicity, and vice versa. When looking at participants, it can influence how certain participants would rate the readjustment scale questionnaire. For example, for the participant who is married and is 60 years old, might rank conflict with the boss lower compared to a participant who is 30, single, and that participant might rank it as high. This also leads to ages that already have some kind of illness before conducting the test already, and that might cause conflict with the results of the study. Other factors might include economic status. For different economic status, one might not be that stressed compared to another group, which means that the results might not be which means that it might not cause illness because of that stress, although it might cause illness for a certain different economic status group. Overall, there were multiple study limitations I found while reading the article. For future studies, I would concentrate on a population group that I would want to see if the social readjustment scale can indicate illness onset. By narrowing the participations, we can see if the data shows us from the readjustment can cause them illness, or is it only with certain populations does this questionnaire affect, or these readjustment life events affect. For participants, I would conduct with males in their mid to early 30s who are single and that they all fall into the middle class category. So we have a clear baseline in our participants and want to see if the effects are the same with this particular population. It would also be a sample of 300 participants. They would also complete the readjustment rating questionnaire with the value of the highest being at 100, and I would also change some of the questions that they put from the previous questionnaire. I would do this because some of the questions on the other questionnaire were very extreme, which would mean anybody who answered those would all have an illness on site, which makes the data or the study inaccurate. So for this one, I would level out the stress readjustment scale and have more questions that would lean more towards real life events and what would happen to one person. And I feel like with that, I would get more accurate data with these participants and then seeing if it does cause illness. What I expect to find with this study would be a high percentage that would be affected by the social readjustment and that would cause this illness onset, is because we do know already that stress is an indicator for illness, and with these readjustments, I feel like it would show in the study that it does cause more illness, and probably specifically to this specific population. And then my last slide is just my reference page, and that is it for my presentation.